All right. 9 minutes. Spindrift. Comments should be working for YouTube and for X. Actually, Zen Girl put me onto Arena Social, and I tried to get a live stream working, but I couldn't figure it out. So I'm gonna keep trying though, because if I can get it working in more places, especially that are crypto native spots, I think it'll be really helpful. It's been a wild week in crypto. Antonio, what's up? Hopefully I'm not muted this time, because last time I went off on a whole rant. I was deep in my feelings, and then I realized everybody was telling me I was muted. Got 26 people here. Another 5 minutes till we're ready to launch profiles on FastJPEG. Dang. Person turquoise waving. What is that? That was probably from YouTube. Audio is perfect. Awesome. Yeah, we got Lita in the building. Swan. First token ever launched on FastJPEG. Experience the launch, you can go to FastJPEG.com, and if you're connected with your wallet, you can click on this drop down and click profile, and the profile will take you to your profile page, so you'll be able to see the launch. Let's hope it goes off without a hitch. Last time when we did the launch for the main site, the way that it was programmed into the site, it didn't load properly because it just had the countdown. So once it got to 0, it just was like, all right, countdown's over. But I think this is a cool little way to launch projects, having this little countdown going. So we're actually thinking about incorporating this into a few other places. So for example, if you're creating your own coin or your own content around a brand, you should also be able to have a countdown with, share links, reminders, so that you can go live with your stream and then use the same mechanism for whatever product or token you want to launch or coin you want to launch. So we're just testing this out, seeing how it works. I'm the guinea pig, and then if it works well, we'll figure out how to incorporate it into other people's profiles. 60 seconds. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Awesome. All right. Here we go. All right. So what I want to show everybody today is what we've got for FastJPEG, which are FastJPEG profiles. So, wait, I had Swan? I guess I had Swan. So, one of the things that we noticed when we launched the site is that obviously you can see all of the tokens, you can see everything that you can see everything in the entire FastJPEG ecosystem, right? So you can see all the coins that are being launched. You can click into the coins. Last week we added functionality for showing the swaps and the holders of the coins, and then this week we're adding the functionality for a profile. And for the profile, we want to make it really easy for you to see all of the coins that you're holding and then the value of all of the coins in the context of them being the pre-launch, undergraduate, right? So this is a list of all of the coins that I have in my test wallet undergraduate, and you can see the price. All these are, micro cap tokens, but you can see how much I'm holding of them, the balance, then you can see the price, and then you can see the value, right? So I have $41 of FastJPEG, and this price is calculated based on the bonding curve of the token. And you can see we've got a couple of little Easter eggs coming here. We've got a little airdrop section that we are working on right now. And then we also have a community section where you'll be able to actually join specific communities in the future. So we're working on that. I just noticed something. We got to make these, what are they called? Those like the dots. But anyways, we'll fix that. But yeah, so, and then you can just click on these. Oh, someone just did a buy. Okay. You can just click on these and these will take you straight to the coin. Right. So if you want to see, it's loading. Loading. Perfect. There you go. So you got the coin. So you've got your holder distribution down here. And then you've got all the buys and sells going on down here. And then what happens if you click OK? Here we go. So that takes you to base scan. So we probably want to do a little update. Oh, internal server error. See? Okay. So when you click on these, this takes you to base scan, which I don't think we want to do. We want to take you to the profile. Keep hitting that button. Where does this go? Also to base scan. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna need to do a quick update and return. These should take you to your profile so you can actually see the profile of the person. Oh, someone's dumping. Here we go. Activities going back up. So yeah, we'll have to edit that. Let me just go back real quick and I'll go look at my profile. So here's my profile. Like I said, you've got the total portfolio balance, all the tokens, all the tokens that are in the portfolio, and you can see the value, the market cap of each one of these as well. Oh wait, so that means I have most of this and most of this, but not most of this. Whoever launched Joe Blau, there's somebody else who's a whale in there. So that's pretty much the profile as we have it right now. And then you can obviously click here, create a new coin from here. The other thing we are doing actually is in preparation for the airdrops, we're allowing people to claim their profile. So you can click log in, and what this will do is this will prompt you for a sign in with Ethereum message, which you'll be able to sign and confirm. And then once you're logged in, you'll basically have your profile claimed. And you can only claim your profile based on your key, but this will allow you to claim your profile. And then we basically have a record in our database that says this account is tied to this user. So this is a little bit of a setup that we've got going for the airdrops that we have coming up. And then obviously you can log back out if you want. Let me refresh this real quick and see. Oh, okay. This is weird. Okay, we need something about this is not matching up. So now that I've claimed my profile, I can actually go edit my profile, and I can, get my handle. So I can get Joe Blau. I can say Joe Blau, and then save this. And so now I have the Joe Blau handle in FastJPEG. And so you can go in here, claim. You might have to refresh. I noticed there's a little bit of a glitch there. We need to fix that. So let me actually make a list of things to fix. IA writer things. And we'll try to fix these things by tomorrow. So the first one is that we need to replace the periods with bullets. Second one is after you sign in, update the profile to allow user to edit. The third one, that's it. Oh yeah, filter out 0 tokens from coins down here. And then let's see if we can fix this. Let's see if we can fix this live here. So right now, when you click on this, let's see if the devs can cook on this. Yeah, when you click on this, this takes you to Basecamp. If you see in the bottom, let me see if we can get. We're gonna see if we can get this these links here for your account, and also for your created by, and also for the holder. If we can get these to go to the profile, because I think that'll let you navigate through the product a lot smoother. You can do that. This is cool. We've got 2 pages of tokens now. Look at this. Lita, this must be you. This must be you. Little micro buys. Another thing I think, actually I'll go back to that coin. That was actually interesting. Another thing that we're thinking about doing in terms of airdrops is having it so that you can airdrop to a specific group of people. And when you do airdrop to that group of people, you'll be able to see who actually received the airdrop, so you can kind of tell what's going on. This is an idea that we're trying to test out. I think there are lots of projects that have come out over my time in crypto, and I've been talking to a few people about this whole concept of pre-viral versus post-viral airdrops. So if you think about, I would say Ethereum is an example of a pre-viral airdrop. When Ethereum was coming out, most people didn't really want to touch it, or they didn't even know what it was. And it kind of came out. The first use case that Ethereum had was really the DAO, the original DAO, which, obviously that was like a catastrophe and caused Ethereum to fork and have to roll back the chain. But there was a use case for Ethereum out of the gate, which was let's write a smart contract to put all of our money in this smart contract and then invest in really cool projects in the ecosystem and help those projects grow with Ethereum. And so that was the original use case for the Ethereum, token. And because it was this world computer, you could put your money in, and you sent your Bitcoin to an address, and then you got your ETH back. I think it's like a year and a half later or something like that. So that was an example of a really, really good pre-viral airdrop, right? Another one I would say is probably something like Degen on Farcaster, where it was airdropped to a very small set of people, maybe like 1,500 people that were, I would say you could call them like KOLs of Farcaster. And so it was cool because the people that were either in Degen or partnered with Jacek, who's the founder of Degen, you had like artists partnering with them. You had other communities like Nouns partnering with them. And so you had these few little prominent people that were in the community that were partnered with them, and they were all promoting it inside and outside of the Farcaster ecosystem. And that led to like an insane rise in the value of Degen, like probably one of the fastest growing tokens. I still don't think I've seen like any meme coin like to this day that's outpaced that thing. Like it went from 0 to like $1.5 billion market cap with pretty much all organic growth in like 2.5 months. And then it has over a million wallet holders now, which is absolutely insane. But that was another successful pre-viral IPO. Like nobody knew about DGen pretty much before it came out. And then, I think you've seen some other airdrops more recently where it's like everybody already knows about it. It's like publicly open to everybody. And then they airdrop, like thousands of people the token. And then it's just like, nobody really has any value for it. So what we're thinking about is a way to have an incentivization mechanism where people that are early key opinion leaders on whatever the project is can have early access locked in. And then you obviously have this early phase right now, which is how FastJPEG works today, right? Right now, this token that's trading on FastJPEG is not traded on any DEXs. It's basically just traded here, right? So once this graduates and meets its bonding curve threshold, then it gets promoted to a DEX. So the idea would be that you've got these 3 phases. You have phase 1, which is the pre-undergraduate, right? The airdrop phase, where you figure out how to find people, how to build a group, how to give people quests for them to qualify for the airdrop. And you obviously don't want that to be too big, because I think historically we've seen that large airdrops just are not very well structured in crypto. Then the second step would be this step, which is what we have now, which is after the airdrop, you're now in this period where you're sending people a link to your coin. People are able to trade it on this private market. And then once the coin reaches its bonding curve threshold, it graduates and then it gets promoted to a DEX. And at that point, you've got your insider KOLs that have helped you kind of like build the project and have some skin in the game. You've got the early adopters, I would say, the people that know about FastJPEG and are in this community. And then you've got, the people that are probably more of the laggards, who are the public of crypto, who have access to see the coin on the DEX. But at that point, they're probably the more of, I would say, like the tail end or like the large scale consumer of whatever the concept idea that you're creating or that you're promoting is. Right. So that's kind of how we're thinking about it in those 3 steps. And we actually have some really cool ideas. I feel like our smart contract engineer is absolutely amazing. He's on another level, and he's been thinking about a lot of really cool stuff, especially in from a technical standpoint, very gas optimized types of contracts that allow you to basically do everything without having to use quadratic functions, which, if you don't know what those are, it's just like functions that use like squares and stuff like that. So he's been really doing a really good job of coming up with some really cool incentive mechanisms, and these would be on-chain incentive mechanisms that would allow you to basically have these have this like incentive mechanism. So just got a heads up from the dev's cooking. All right, let's see. So this should be working now. So let me refresh this. Okay, so if I click on this here, boom, look at that. Look at this profile. Okay, yeah, we have to filter these out. I have this on my list, but you can see all these tokens here. This is cool. So now it's really easy. And then you can go click down here. I didn't even know this was a token. Okay. Boop, boop. I should do some TA on this. This is I was gonna say something that's not nice. I'm not gonna say it. Got Downtown Clark. Let's go Downtown Clark. So this is cool. You can actually kind of like drill through this whole thing and go through and just click on tokens and explore different things and see different charts now that everything's all integrated. Frankie's X1 Lounge. Let's see. Somebody sold right here. Okay. This person's only bought and sold this. This is cool. And like I said, if this is your profile, you can go in and claim it. You want to claim it and add your name to it. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to use the claiming system. These, like when your profile, when you're logged in and you claim your profile, we're going to use that to do like future airdrops. So we want to build a system where we're thinking about this in a long-term way of getting, when people have attention focused on a token, if you want to airdrop people based on certain quests, we want to be able to let you really like hit a drop down and be like, I want all the people that are in this community, let people join specific communities. And that's what we have this community button here for, or this community tab, is to let people join specific communities and then be able to target specific communities in terms of airdrops and get, attentiveness and whatever the product is or the brand or the idea that you're trying to promote. Let's see. Let me go back to this Swan. Oh, Swan. Is this a... Okay, who's doing this? You guys. You guys are silly. Oh, we're missing... Wait, are we missing something here? Who's the creator? This is D... What is this? D49? 419. Oh, they're not even on this list. Whoever created this token doesn't even have... Wait, is this can't be right. We're missing something here. Because there's no way this person's not holding it. Wait, maybe they're not holding any. No, they're not. Okay. So the creator doesn't even have any of his own token. Shout outs to this guy or girl. That's pretty funny. What about this for a JPEG? Yeah, okay, so yeah, here, creator, which I made this one. So I'm the bag holder here. So I made this token and I have most of it. As you can see from here, and then you can click in and go to my profile and see that I made most of this. And I have my own token, of course, even though I didn't create this one, which you can click in and let's see, go see who created this. All right. Oh, whoever created this, they dumped it too. They just made it and then abandoned it. Because this is me right here, F12. And then this person created it, but they don't have it anymore. All right, this is cool. So you can kind of click around, see who's doing what, see who's created what. We've also added some share buttons over here. So you can click here and share these, if you want to share these on X or share them on Warpcast. And then we also have this, you can see my balance right here as well, or your balance if you're logged in as yourself. Oh yeah, and then also this, we added this. This is kind of like a notification, so it can just take you to the latest thing that people are buying. So somebody's doing micro buys here, which is advertising their token every time this thing pops down. So you can click on that and go see what people are buying. It also has a pop-up anytime somebody creates a coin. The pop-up will come down and it will be blue. So that's a creation. And then anytime somebody sells a coin, that pop-up will come down and it'll be red. So right now it's not too much going on, but it is, there's some activity. Let's check something. Got 66 people here. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you just want to, so yeah, it's pretty simple. We didn't do anything too crazy. We have the profile set up because, like I said, we're thinking about, let me just look at this one. And I'll go to, oh, actually, you can just click up here and go, oh, actually, so let me explain one more thing. We kind of have 3 steps to this process, right? So if I log out, now I'm logged out of my profile, so I'd have to log in. But then if I can also disconnect my wallet. So I'm not really that excited about this, but this is kind of how crypto works right now. So the first thing you would have to do is if you want to, obviously transact on FastJPEG, you would just connect your wallet and, you pick your wallet and it says site popularity is very low. This is incumbent on all of you to change this, make this site popularity high. This listed by, I need to figure this out. Let me actually write that down as a note. Figure out how to get listed by someone important. Probably gonna be like CoinMarketCap or something. Oop. Connect wallet. Okay. Ignore. Connect. All right. So then once you're connected, you're technically not logged into your account. In order to log in, you have to click log in and then sign a transaction. And then once you sign this transaction, then you'll be officially logged in, connected, and then you can edit your profile and you'll be able to control this page, which will allow you to do a bunch of different stuff. So that's just one little caveat that we have right now. And we're trying to figure out how to make it a little bit smoother, but right now, those are the two steps you'd have to do is you go to your profile and then there'll be a login button here. But it should be pretty straightforward. And then let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, like I was mentioning, we're trying to use, I showed you the edit part. We're trying to use the fact that if you're connected and you have an account, we want to basically do airdrops to the people that are connected. So we're working on a feature where when you go to create a coin, and we'll just make this test, and we'll pick, I don't know, this is our test coin here. Go in here. We want to add a feature here where you can actually airdrop to specific communities. So it can either be communities that you're already a part of or communities that you want to target for a specific token that you're launching. And the idea would be you could say, like, I want to airdrop 6 ETH? 5 ETH. I want to airdrop 5 ETH. So what it would do is it would buy this many tokens and then distribute them to the airdrop community equally. Right. And so the idea would be that you would inject value into this community and incentivize them to, talk about the product, or, maybe some people don't like the product and they want to dump it. Right. But this is pre-launch. So there's no way to front run these airdrops because the airdrop happens in the same transaction that's actually creating the contract. So we'll do a demo of this. Actually, we're going to launch one of these in maybe like two or 3 weeks. So I'll set a countdown and I'll give everybody the instructions on how to basically qualify for the first airdrop. We might do like an airdrop of like 5 ETH, and then anybody who's part of the community, you'll be able to basically get the free airdrop, and then you can sell it or do whatever you want with it. But we want to do a test of this to see if it actually just works. We obviously have our other test, which is not going too well. This bad boy right here, this tariff coin, we're trying to graduate this, but this isn't graduating. There's like the creator. I don't think I even have any of this. But yeah, the creator doesn't have the most. This person here has the most. This guy here, who just has this. But yeah, we want to basically graduate something. So we may try to do the airdrop instead of graduating this. But we just want to airdrop some tokens to people and then let them play around with the site. You can just sell it immediately. The way that our airdrops are structured are not like all these other airdrops where you have to go click claim. These airdrops are just structured where the tokens show up in your wallet immediately. Again, to the concept where we're talking about having a smaller community airdrop that targets specific people. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Kids yelling. Okay, yeah, so what I was saying is that for our airdrops, they're immediately liquid. There's no claim button. We do claim free airdrops, but they're not going to go to everybody. They're going to go to specific qualified people. And so that's what we're thinking about. And so we want to have an initial airdrop in maybe like 2 to 3 weeks. We'll do a nice little airdrop, and then we'll test it out, see how it goes, and we'll have some airdrop token here. There's actually a really cool artist that I want to work with. He makes these like looping images, which are super cool, and I would love to do that as the airdrop. Maybe get like a looping FastJPEG something or other. I'll see if he can create something cool for us. But he's on Farcaster, and I cannot remember his name at all. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Profiles are here. Once you connect your wallet, you can click here and go to your profile, and you can see the tokens that you have. You can see not yet the communities that you're a part of. We're going to load this up probably in the next couple of days. So you'll be able to see your communities. And that's pretty much it. It allows you to kind of click through and go through a bunch of different pieces of the site, different parts of the site, and just got links here. You can see who the creator of the token is. We should also, oh, you know what? We should add a link here that'll tell you which one is you. Add a badge that shows you. We'll put that in here too, so that, because I think, yeah, I made this one, but this is also me. So I should be able to see that I am here and I'm also the creator. So we'll do something like that as well. But yeah, now, oh, the other thing is, if you're trying to find out, oh, what did I buy? You can actually go in here really quickly, find out what you bought, and then sold it. So this for a JPEG, I can come here, click here. I can just sell all this out and dump the price back down to zero. Wait, who else is holding this? Uh-oh, some other guy. Let's not dump on them. Let's not do that. Yeah, we'll keep it. Don't buy any more of this. Oh, somebody just sold. Oh, actually, here, let me sell half of this. Sell for a JPEG. Sign, confirm. Boop. Oh, I'm not in the lead anymore. And then there goes my sell. And then here's a sell right here, less than a minute ago. And you can go see the transaction on Basescan if you want. Cool, it worked. And here's my updated profile. I only have $8 of this. All right, so that's it for the profile demo. Oh, this thing is still bothering me. Okay, let me see. All right, well, thanks everybody for checking out our profile demo launch. We will be back next week. We're probably gonna have some more features next week. We'll try to demo the communities feature, just to show you what communities you're a part of. And I think that'll be a cool little demo for people to see. So work on that next week. Hold on, let's see something. Let me ask a question. Not here, let's see. Great to see you guys putting in work. Thank you. Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. Obviously there's a lot of people that are creating tokens right now. And I think there's still an interesting opportunity for creating tokens, especially around this attention piece, right? Because you see like lots of things, especially, I think right now the best example is probably Pump.Fun, where they've got this attention economy of tokens that people are creating. But I think there's actually something even more interesting around creating tokens with like a specific target group in mind, who are like your early backers, almost like a Kickstarter type of thing. And I know people have been trying to do this in crypto forever. Like there's been the whole concept of perpetual royalties, where you get an NFT and everybody who has the NFT gets some fee or whatever, but they just never really caught on, primarily because the fee part of the NFT was given to you by the platform and not by the actual contract. And so if we could have something where the fees are endogenous to the contract, right? The contract is actually paying out the fees to the creators, where there's no way that you need to worry about some third party fee provider. I think that would be pretty interesting and pretty cool. So I think if we can get to that point where, you know, you've got fees that are being paid out to the early people, and we have some ideas around this that we'll share in a couple of weeks. But if we can get to the point where we have a nice complete set of contracts where you've got this airdrop feature where you have to qualify for whatever the airdrop is by completing quests, then you've got this pre-launch feature or undergraduate phase, which is what we have today. And then you have this graduation phase where you're on like a top tier DEX with actual liquidity, actual users. I think there's a really interesting story around that. And I think it would be really cool for people who are trying to build projects or get things off the ground to be able to go through that process of, you know, early adopters building this hype to creating a project, but not have to know all of the code to basically do everything, right? Just give people some very easy mechanisms to click and get themselves from an idea, a concept, to a project that's launched and that has liquidity and that has, users and everything from the beginning. And then also a reward mechanism built in where maybe you're paying people, like, Uniswap has swap fees. Maybe there's a part of the swap fees that goes to the community. So, all right, we have a total of 73 people. Who knows who's still here? But we are gonna cut it. It's been 45 minutes. I'm gonna go get some dinner, but it was great doing a quick demo. We will be back. Maybe I'll try to do a stream next week. Oh, actually, next week's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be at FarCon next week. If you're in New York and you want to link up, let me know. Send me a message on X or on Warpcast. I'll be out there. Oh, I'm gonna go see if I can hit up Crypto Bruh. He's out there. All right. Well, it was great seeing everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back probably next week. Definitely in like 2 weeks. When I come back from FarCon, I think we're gonna have a pretty nice stream. We're gonna try to do an airdrop probably within the next 2 weeks. Or sorry, in 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah. So that'll be cool. We can get some more of the site kind of fleshed out. All right, everybody. Have a good night or good morning or good day, wherever you are. And we'll be back in a couple of weeks, a couple of days. How do I turn this off? I should say that at the end of all my streams. How do I turn this off? All right, peace.